10 most dangerous airports in the world. Air travel is one of the most efficient and convenient methods to travel, but it can also be a cause of anxiety for certain people. Even while traveling is normally regarded as safe, certain airports around the world provide particular difficulties for pilots because of their location, local weather, and runway architecture. To ensure that passengers land safely, these airports need experienced crew members and skilled pilots. In this video, we'll be discussing the top 10 most dangerous airports in the world, examining the factors that make them dangerous, and discussing the issues pilots encounter when landing at these airports. 1. Wellington International Airport, New Zealand. Starting with the third busiest airport in New Zealand, behind Christchurch and Auckland, is Wellington International Airport, which is located in the nation's capital. Despite its busy nature, it is also considered one of the most dangerous airports in the world. This airport has a single 2,081-meter (6,827 feet) runway that gives the illusion of starting and finishing in the ocean. All the same, the airport's location and distance to Cook Strait make it a challenging landing spot for pilots. Strong and gusty winds are generated by the Cook Strait's channel effect, which can make landings difficult and turbulent, even for larger aircraft. Pilots must manage these conditions, particularly during northwesterly winds, which increase the complexity of the landing process. Due to these factors, travelers at Wellington International Airport may experience a hair-raising landing that requires the expertise of skilled pilots. Each year, the airport transports millions of people on domestic and international flights. Emphasizes guaranteeing that all passengers are safe, safety precautions, and qualified pilots are essential, as proven by the airport's reputation as one of the most dangerous in the world. 2. Gibraltar International Airport, British Overseas Territory. Pilots have unique challenges at Gibraltar International Airport, a British overseas territory. The airport's runway spans the main road in and out of the territory, which requires traffic to be closed every time a plane lands or departs. Under the runway, a tunnel is being built to reduce congestion problems, but the project has had multiple delays and is still not complete. While the highway crossing is an inconvenience for vehicles, it is not the main difficulty for pilots. Landings at this airport are difficult due to the considerable turbulence and wind shear caused by the Rock of Gibraltar and the Gulf of Algeciras. Passengers may feel uncomfortable in these circumstances, and safe navigation calls for experienced pilots. In the winter months, the challenges of landing at Gibraltar International Airport are compounded, and diversions and go-arounds are common. The airport's location on the southern coast of Spain and its proximity to the Strait of Gibraltar make it vulnerable to weather conditions that can affect the safety of landings. Despite various challenges, the airport continues to serve both domestic and international aircraft, functioning as a major hub for travel to and from the British Overseas Territory of Gibraltar. Given the airport's unique challenges, safety measures and skilled pilots are essential to guarantee the safe transport of passengers to and from Gibraltar. 3. Princess Juliana Airport, St. Martin. The Caribbean island of St. Martin's Princess Juliana Airport is famous throughout the world for its low landings over the water, which have generated some of the most memorable and exciting airplane images on social media. The single 7,546-foot, 2,300-meter runway is so close to Maho Beach that airplanes appear to fly mere feet above people on the beachheads before landing, and taking off can result in dangerous sand and wind blasts. The airport can be dangerous even though it's a well-liked tourist destination. A New Zealand woman suffered horrific injuries from a jet blast from a departing airplane in 2017. The proximity of the beach to the runway, as well as the high traffic volume and complex approach patterns, make Princess Juliana Airport one of the most problematic and dangerous airports in the world. 4. NARSARQUAG Airport, Greenland. NARSARQUAG Airport is one of only 2 airports in Greenland that can hold large airliners, and it's situated in Tunaliarvik Fjord at the country's southern tip. Initially established in 1941 by the USA Ministry of Defense, the airport provides various problems for pilots due to its location in a mountainous landscape. Even on calm days, strong winds, severe turbulence, and wind shear make landing on the relatively short 6,000 feet (1823 m) runway a difficult task. Before gaining a clear view of the runway, pilots must carefully navigate through dangerous weather conditions. Nevertheless, the weather is not the only difficulty at NARSARQUAG Airport. The neighboring volcano might also pose a threat to airplane engines. During an explosion, the volcanic ash cloud can contain small particles of glass silica from melted ice that can damage engines. 5. TENZING-HILLARY Airport, Honduras. TENZING-HILLARY Airport in Honduras is known for having one of the most dangerous approaches in the world, especially in bad weather conditions. Due to its location near the capital and surrounded by mountains, pilots must make a steep descent and a sharp turn before lining up with the runway. It's a scary experience landing at TENZING-HILLARY Airport because this approach is anything but head-on. The airport has an infamous history of accidents, with a commercial airliner crashing into a mountainside on approach in 1989, killing 132 people. At least 5 more aircraft have crashed in or close to the airport since that time. A new airport is currently being built in Comayagua to replace TENZING-HILLARY International Airport due to the high number of accidents. 6. Madeira International Airport, Portugal. International Airport of Madeira, one of the world's most dangerous airports, is Cristiano Ronaldo, which is situated on the Portuguese island of Madeira and is well recognized for its risky structure. After a deadly collision in 1977, the runway's length was increased from 1,600 meters (5,249 feet) to 2,781 meters (9,124 feet). The extension is supported by 180 columns, some of which are over the ocean, and must withstand significant shock loading during landings. The airport is also notorious for strong winds and the proximity of high mountains in the ocean, making it challenging for pilots to land safely. Extra training is necessary for pilots to land at this airport. 7. TENZING-HILLARY Airport, Nepal. In Nepal, TENZING-HILLARY Airport, also called Lukla Airport, is the main entry point for tourists seeking to reach Mount Everest. The runway is surrounded by steep Himalayan terrain on all sides, with a valley on one side and a mountain shelf on the other. The runway is extremely short, trying to measure only 527 meters (1,729 feet), and it slopes uphill at an almost 12% slope. This helps planes slow down in time, but there is no go-around technique due to the neighboring mountains. Only small repaired propeller airplanes and helicopters are therefore allowed to land there. The airport has seen several accidents resulting in deaths and injuries since 1973. 8. COURCHEVEL Airport, France. COURCHEVEL Airport in the French Alps is known for having an even shorter runway than Lukla Airport, at just 525 meters (1,722 feet) in length. A big drop on one end of the runway presents a challenge for pilots flying into and out of this airport, forcing them to carefully manage their speed during takeoff to prevent going over the edge. Another important obstacle is the runway's grade, which makes takeoff and landing even more challenging with a downward slope of 18.6%. There is no grab procedure due to the geography around the airport, which makes it much more difficult for pilots to navigate through the nearby mountains without using instrument procedures. Even the most experienced pilots find COURCHEVEL Airport challenging because to its distant location and challenging operating conditions, which largely service the luxury ski resort of Courchevel. 9. JUANCHO YRAUSQUIN Airport, SABA Island. JUANCHO YRAUSQUIN Airport, located on the Caribbean island of Saba, is considered one of the most dangerous airports in the world because to its extremely short runway of only 400 meters, 1,300 feet. The airport is located on a rocky outcrop, surrounded by rough landscape on one side and a cliff dropping into the sea on the other end. Pilots have to make a steep approach and a quick drop to the runway while avoiding high mountains and severe winds. Every error made during takeoff or landing could have disastrous consequences. Only experienced pilots are permitted to land regional turbine aircraft. They're under severe permissions because of the built-in danger. 10. PARO International Airport, Bhutan. Bhutan's PARO International Airport is regarded as the world's most hazardous airport due to its location in a deep valley surrounded by angular hills that can reach heights of 5,500 meters, severe winds, and constrained visibility. Flights are only allowed during the daytime and under visible weather conditions. Before fast descending onto the runway, which is fully hidden until the last second, the pilots must do a 45-degree maneuver between two mountains. It is a nerve-wracking challenge because only a select few pilots are permitted to land at PARO. So there you have the top 10 dangerous airports in the world. It's important to remember that although some people might find these airports fascinating, air travel is still the safest form of transportation. We appreciate your interest, and please subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.